us again from ABH Anywhere But Here. This is just a quick video to show you our caravan. We own a Jayco 2010 Discovery Outback. We purchased it second-hand in October of 2021. What we've done to it, so we've got the weight distributors.
Yeah, weight distribution bars.
They're the ones. So under here, as you can see, obviously.
Just added those for better stability while we're driving. Better for braking control, things like that.
Lovely boots here, which houses all our
bits and bobs.
Bottles. What else we put in here? We stored the toilet shower tent in here.
The Weber, our hoses, electrical leads, our chocks for our stabilisers, everything.
Speaking
our
of
shower.
Weber, this is what we use to cook with. We found this on Facebook Marketplace. We paid
$150, I think.
$150. The lady that owned it previously had only used it about 10 times and it was still in pretty good nick. We enjoy it, and for the price we paid, it's great. While we're here at the front of the caravan, we've got our mat from Affordable Camping. It's a recycled plastic mat. I will put a link into where I got it from and the exact dimensions on this mat. I went a darker colour only simply because it's just doesn't look as dirty, but it actually looks a bit grubby now. We've got our MukMats. I've watched a lot of YouTubers and caravan YouTubers, and they all swear by these MukMats. We got this one from Catch of the Day we got this one from, and the one just here inside the door, which fits perfectly, I got this one from Anaconda because that wasn't available on Catch of the Day. We've got, when we first got the caravan, obviously it wasn't big enough or high enough.
Wasn't high enough
for our vehicle, clearance wise, which Rob can explain a bit more about what they actually did there.
Alright, so what happens is, like, because the Navara's got a 2-inch lift, the caravan actually sat slightly up on an angle, which would then create more of a wind drag, so you would end up using more fuel, things like that. So did a little bit of research on other caravanning sites on Facebook and different groups and stuff like that. So what we did and what we came up with was doing an axle flip. So basically I rang Jayco. They pretty much said, yeah, there is a guy that does it, but he doesn't like doing it anymore because there's a fair bit of work involved. But it only took me about an hour and a half to do it. So basically, when you do an axle flip, you are basically putting your axle underneath the springs instead of on top of the springs. So sort of when you're thinking the measurement wise, sort of giving your caravan a bit of a 5-inch lift. So it actually, when we did the lift or the axle flip, it actually makes the caravan sit level with our car now. So, and it actually gives us a hell of a lot more clearance to get into a little bit more remote places.
I didn't actually see the point of doing that until we went to Fry's Flat, which you can see in our very first episode, and I'm very grateful that we actually had that clearance. Next thing we've done and installed on our caravan, well, Rob's done this, is the light bar up here, which is wired into the outdoor light just here. I'll see if we can get it to, there we go, show it there. Where'd you get that from? I
just bought the light strip from Bunnings and pretty much just hardwired it straight into that light, and then just used its sticky double-sided tape that it already had on it, and then just add a little bit of silicone either end just to give it that extra support. And the light that it gives at night time is it's quite bright.
Yeah, it's good. And we've got a remote that you can use to change the colors, obviously, because the brighter, wider light attracts bugs, so you can change it. Funnily enough, it has a music sensor
Yeah,
a
it's
music
got a,
sensor.
yeah, it's pretty much got a music
There's no actual
sensor.
special word for it, and it picks up your music, and it will actually strobe to music. And I plan on testing that this evening.
It'll strobe all different types of colours, like blue, greens, yellows, oranges, all different colours.
While we're here and we're actually going through everything, our chairs here, we've got some bogus chairs. Only reason why I want to mention them now is because on our way here to Stevenson's Falls, we've actually purchased online 2 new June recliner chairs, which I'm very excited to be getting. So when we actually get those, we'll be able to do something, a video to show you like how we use those, which they're good. Little table that we got from Bunnings here. I'm not sure exactly how much we paid for it.
I think it was about 25 bucks.
One of the reasons why this table is my favorite is because the legs, like when we're sitting here with our chairs, we can actually have this table lower. It doesn't actually have to be right up. So this is one of my favorite outdoor pieces of furniture that we own. We've got the diesel heater
Tank?
Yeah, I was about to say petrol, but it's not petrol, it's diesel. Like, it's a diesel heater.
Why would you say petrol if it was
it's
a diesel
just a
heater?
tank. You used to saying petrol tank, and you watch, I'm not going to be able to open this at all. So let's swap. You can open it.
Oh. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. It's probably just a bit stuck because of the paint that I used to seal the timber. So 10 litre tank, we just put our diesel in that, and it pretty much just protects it. Just protects it from the elements.
Our ladder here, step ladder that we use, Rob and I are very height challenged. Very. So sometimes when we have to take the latches off for the pop top, myself personally, because I'm about a foot shorter, this comes in handy. And then I can get up, and it's my input on helping set up. We obviously have our spare tyre. This little beauty here is my friend. So being a female, it's not as easy just to use nature for a toilet. I'm not spoilt, but however I do like comfort. So this beauty I picked up on eBay. I'm not sure exactly of the brand, but it's the twin. So when we are set up for more than a night, we have our shower set up in here, and then this side we have our toilet. This is our second toilet that we've owned. This thing is an absolute godsend. It is the Thetford Porta Potty. It's one of the higher priced toilets on the market, but height wise it's good. It flushes great. It's got the level indicator to show you when it's full, and it shows you how much water is actually still left in it. And yeah, it's just great. So that's that one. Do you want to walk around?
Solar panel.
I can't show the solar panel.
Might not be able to see the solar panel that I've basically placed up. It's about, just sits there, but might be hard to see due to the sun.
Right, let's go inside. But before we do, obviously in this video we want to discuss some of our issues that we have with our caravan. So when we purchased the caravan secondhand, it came with this latch attached. This is good for added extra security if you wanted to make sure that your caravan is secure. However, because that is done, when you want to join your door back together, it won't stay shut. So that's the next, you gotta bang it and clang it. Anyway, drives me nuts. Let's not even bother. That's that.
Next job.
Another job, another upgrade eventually. So if you know where to buy another door from, please let us know, because I've searched everywhere and I can't find anything. The only thing I haven't done yet is contact Jayco themselves. So this caravan on the inside is stock standard for Jayco. You've got your range hood here. Our fan doesn't work, however the light does. We've got the burner stoves with the electric hot plate, and we've got the grill. Plenty of storage here. Sink. The basket in the bench. This is one of my peeves. So when we got it, it didn't come with the basket. I don't know where I can source the basket from. I would love you to let me know if you know where we get it from. So generally this basket you would use to store potatoes, bread, your soft things. So because we don't have that, I'm currently using the microwave. The microwave is what we're using. While we're here too, we've got the stock standard fridge. This is becoming a bit of an issue only simply because we don't plan better. When we go on a trip, it's very impulsive at first because we've just got the Caravan. We're very excited to use it. So we generally cool the fridge down at home via 240 volt.
240 volt.
Not 240, 240. And it gets nice and cold, but then when we travel...
That's going straight to the bloopers.
Yeah, it's going straight to the bloopers. When we travel... it's going to get warmer, so it takes a while then to cool back down. So we're still trying to find a happy place in that.
Find the happy medium with the power or the gas that we use.
Yeah.
So.
Our electronics here that we use, obviously GoPro, MacBook. This beauty here is our new diesel heater, which was recently installed by Rob and Dale from DTL Carpentry, which we will put a link to his website. He's my cousin and helps us out with anything upgradable, really.
And pretty much, he's jack of all trades.
Air conditioning, our TV. So generally when you've got a stock standard Caravan or Jayco, the TV is mounted here. However, we found that having it there would be too low, and fortunately for us, our Caravan didn't come with a TV. So when we purchased the TV and bracket from Kogan, Rob decided actually to put it up here. It's mounted here perfectly. We just hold it securely with an Oki strap so it doesn't wobble around too far. That's that. Obviously standard lounge kitchen table. There is a panel under here that I have removed some screws from. I don't know if that's standard, but I can store more
mineral water
for my drinky pops.
Yep.
Under there. That's that.
It's pretty much a board that just covers the wheel arch, so I
don't even know if I can pull it out.
It's sort of wasted space. No, I'll just leave it.
No, there it is. So it's just there, and that section there lifts up. Oh, look at that! I've got some in there.
There you go.
I just don't have the provisions to go with it on this trip. We've got our 2 Sirocco fans, which we purchased these from Catch of the Day. We were criticised by some people for buying expensive fans. However, the
reviews that we got from other YouTubers.
Yeah, so some of the big YouTube channels that we subscribe to swear by these fans, even some of the smaller YouTube channels. So we thought, why not? We'll take the plunge. And then I found these on Catch the Day, and I'm pretty sure we purchased them as a twin pack, and I'll put a link down if they're still there, roughly the price exactly that we pay for these, but from memory, no more than about $410 delivered for the set.
Yeah.
So those, and they've been really good, especially when we stayed at Carter's Beach. It was so hot there. It was just enough to circulate some air, and generally when we first set up, I run these just to get the air flowing, get that stuffiness out of the van. This upgrade in here, so most Jayco Discovery owners would know that the wardrobes, one side is shelves, one side has wardrobe.
Man side, woman side. Rob
was not prepared to give up his side of the wardrobe, so
never.
We had to come up with a solution. So we went to Bunnings. You'll see in one of our previous episodes, I now have shelves. I'm a very happy wife. I can sort my crap out in here, and it just keeps me happy, and it keeps Rob at peace.
Absolutely.
Bedding wise, for all the other wives and mums out there, it is a big topic. Rob doesn't seem to think so because he just sleeps in the bed, doesn't care. So I purchased from Kmart. There's also, I want to give a quick pun to, there's a Kmart storage Facebook group. Absolutely fantastic group, especially if you are trying to caravan on a budget and you're trying to get your storage worked out. They've got so many hints and tips. It's amazing. I will put a link in the comments to that group. Join it. They're just great. So I got the bamboo double sheets. We just assumed that this bed was a double because it was small. And they keep you warm, obviously in the colder times, and cool in the summer. The waffle quilt, we got the darker grey colour because you're out camping. There is a chance that it's going to get dirty, and it's durable. We've had this previously for our kids, for their beds, and as you know, most kids don't care much for their linen. and it works. I found that these, speaking of linen, these cupboards up here are perfect. That's where we store our linen, because it's just Rob and myself. We've got 2 standard towels, 2 beach towels, and I shove all our tea towels, face washes, and the co cleaning cloths up in these cupboards, and they just suit it perfectly. And then under the workbench, which I'm pretty sure Rob is eager to show you,
under the workbench,
is where they have installed the diesel heater.
So I installed this about a fortnight ago, and pretty much got this one on eBay, 93 bucks delivered, and took Dale and myself maybe 2.5 hours to fully install it. Still got a bit of sawdust in there because we haven't quite cleaned it properly, but we gave it a run for about an hour and a half, and the temperature went up from about 16 degrees to about 28 degrees in about an hour. So, you know, you can wake up in the morning and know that your caravan's nice and toasty. So these things are absolutely brilliant.
Another little bargain that I found while we're in here, and hopefully this doesn't clang too much and I can show you what I purchased. So a lot of mums would know, you've got kids that are, I'm cold, I don't want to do this. I purchased from Aldi this travel heated 12 volt blanket. It was on one of their special buys. I'm pretty sure I paid $30 for it. Husband dear here thought, what do you want to do that for? However, before we got the diesel heater, when we did go camping, it's cold in the morning, I like to get up and have my coffee, and I can literally plug this blanket in, sit here in my position of the couch, and no one hears from me. It's worth its money. It doesn't get hot. It gets warm enough just to keep you toasty, and it's quite large. It's enough to wrap around me and probably someone else, and that's about half folded. So well worth the money. If they do come up on special buys again at Aldi, I will be purchasing another one, because we do have other children that are, I'm cold.
To be honest, yeah, I think it was, I gave it a test when we were up on the Fries Flat, and yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Like, it kept you toasty and warm in the morning. Back
to another little gadget that we have. When we got the TV, this, if you especially got children, teenagers, is a godsend. It is a 1 terabyte external hard drive. This one's from Toshiba. I think on memory on special on Catch of the Day. That was my friend that week when we first got the Caravan. I think I paid about $70 for it. Load up with movies, plug and play, especially if you don't have any reception. That's that there. The only other thing I really wanted to show is some of the things that we use when we're camping. I find this handy for storage. It's a collapsible dish rack. Kmart, I think from memory, about $8. My new purchase, which we're absolutely loving, the Yeti cups. We got these from Cobram.
Yes, we did.
Yep, Cobram. I remember now. Keep your coffee nice and hot. As many YouTubers that I watch, we don't have the luxury of having a coffee machine, so to say. But these keep them nice and hot. So they are my friends. They are my favourite purchase. Apart from that, unless I've missed anything that you know of?
Just the water pump.
Yes. So we had a whoopsie when we went out camping. Our water pump broke. I've got some rubbish in here. This one here is a new one. Well, actually, that's the second new one. The first replacement one that we got that also came out in the hand, because you can pump when it wants to pump.
It won't pump because it's disconnected.
That'll be why it doesn't pump.
There we go.
So it's got a switch here that you can turn it on, primes it up. Water all the way over. And we have running water. Oh, so much better than pumping. So much better.
So all we did for that was we installed a 12 litre a minute kick-ass pump.
Which is under here in one of these, in behind all the kids' board games, which they're a must when you've got camping with kids. Another thing I wanted to show while I'm in here showing cupboards, which Rob will have to step down and get out of the way or move. you've got your rollout pantry, and a lot of people I've seen comment on different Facebook groups is, how do you get things to fit in here? So I found these little tubs at Kmart, and they're literally a couple of dollars each. You can stack them up, do whatever you wish. I've got bigger ones down the back in here with flour in them, and they fit in here perfectly. I think these ones here, from memory, about $3, and I think the bigger ones down there were about $4. Keeps everything nice and fresh, keeps bugs out, keeps ants out, and as I said, they slide in great, and in they go. And then at the panel here, we mentioned before, this is a little remote for the light bar outside. We've got the thermometer here for the fridge. As you can see, the temperature is slowly dropping. It is getting there, but we've worked out if we only use the fridge inside the Caravan for meals.
Food.
Which is meals.
Meals.
Meals. We're not opening and closing as much, so it's actually going to try and keep that temperature nice and cold. And then here is that little music strobe box. I'm going to call it the strobe box. And
the Bush nightclub.
I plan on testing it out tonight. This actually does look a bit messy, but for us it works. We know what's here. We don't mind. If anything, if it was too much of a mess, there's 2 key hooks there, and I can literally hook my tea towel up. No one sees it. Like, I don't care. All these people are like, hide everything. I don't care. Functionality, and it works.
So when we bought the Caravan, it came with these light globes. These light globes draw 4.4 to 5.2, I think it is, but it's about 4 amps an hour. Right, there's 6 of them inside the Caravan on the roof. So there's pretty much 2 in this one, 2 in that one, and then there's another 2 in the other one. So then you're looking at that. So you multiply that. So, and that's each light globe, 4 amps per light globe. So what I did was I jumped on eBay, did a little bit of a research, and I found these little bad boys. LED light strips, so to speak. These little bad boys will draw approximately 1 amp an hour. So to go from 24 amps an hour of power using those light globes, I'll go down to 6 amps an hour using those LED light globes. Alright, so, and they are a hell of a lot brighter. Hell of a lot brighter.
They're very cool.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
Happy. Last but not least, obviously this Caravan runs on 12-volt system. I'm not going to lift the couch up here. Everyone knows roughly what a 12-volt system looks like.
Pretty much.
We do run...
Run what?
What batteries are we running here? This is your domain.
Oh, okay. So we're running 2 120 amp deep cycle batteries.
I would love to upgrade to lithium, but at this point in time, it's not happening. We've got other things that we want to do, and that's the last thing on the list, because we see it as, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So for now, it's not broken. So once everything else that is broken is fixed, guess what? Lithium. Only because we don't want to run out of power. We've never run out of power so far, but never say never. You could have a major overcast few days and you're not getting enough solar in. But generator. At the moment...
Generator. Use the generator.
Oh, we have a generator.
Yeah.
So... Obviously, because we free camp a lot, the generator runs this air conditioner. Works a treat.
And when it runs when the generator is turned on and runs that air conditioner, it's actually topping up the batteries at the same time.
It's pretty good. We have a TV antenna. I think I've got the news for maybe 20 minutes. We stayed Carter's Beach. Got about 20 minutes of news, and then it said, no, not happening.
No, not happening.
Not happening. These cupboards here, one we use for junk, literally junk, whatever I can shove in there. This one here is dedicated to electronics only. So we just store our electronic products in here. And the stereo boom box that we've got here, that's a must because this Caravan doesn't actually come with a stereo. There's no sound system in here.
Don't need one when you've got a little Bluetooth sound box or boom box
Spotify.
like that. Yep.
Well guys, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Happy days.
That's it.